Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to begin a very important topic in organizational behavior which we can call the diversity in workplace. What is the diversity in the workplace? You will notice that the organizations today are not like the organizations that used to be in the past. Earlier, most of the workplaces looked at the same in terms of people working there, everyone come from a similar background, similar cultures and had similar experiences. But today, the companies are full of diversity. People from different regions, different ages, different genders, different religions and different abilities, different ethnicities and even different levels of education work together. This mix of differences is basically known as diversity, and learning how to manage this diversity is essential for organizational success. When we talk about diversity in organizations, we are talking about the understanding of how the people are different and how these differences affect behavior and performances at work. Diversity is not just about visible characteristics like skin color or gender. It includes the way people think, their values, their personalities, and their backgrounds. Some of the differences are easily noticeable, while the others are hidden but still influential. For example, two employees might look similar in terms of age and gender, but their experiences, family responsibilities, communication style, and learning patterns may be completely different. These differences shape how to behave in the workplace. Organization benefits from diversity because the diverse team bring different perspectives. For example, if a company wants to launch a product that will be used by people from different cultural backgrounds, having a diverse team helps the company understand those customers better. A team that includes both young and older workers may be able to create a product that appears to be that appeals to multiple generations. A team that includes both men and women bring different viewpoints, which makes decision stronger and more balanced. So, the diversity can improve creativity, innovation, and obviously the problem solving. However, diversity also brings challenges. When the people are different, misunderstandings are more likely to be happen. Cultural differences may lead to communication problems. Generational differences may cause conflict about work style. Employee may have unconscious biases, which means that they may prefer to work with people who resemble them even without realizing it. This can create exclusion. So while the diversity bring out the benefit, it must be managed properly. Diversity doesn't automatically improve the workplace. It becomes beneficial only when the organizations make real efforts to include everyone, treat everyone fairly, and provide equal opportunities to everyone. One important areas of workplace diversity involves biographical characteristics. These include age, gender, ethnicity, disability, and even personal characteristics that are the part of person's identity. Let us begin with age. Today, the workplace include employees from Generation Z, Millennials, Generation X, and Baby Boomers. Young workers often prefer flexibility, creative freedom, and technology based communication. Older workers may prefer structure, face to face communication, and stability. Both the groups bring strength. Younger employees might be faster with new technologies, while the older employees may provide wisdom, experience, and maturity. Treating one age group as better than another leads to discrimination. The best approach is to combine the strength from different age groups so that the team becomes more well rounded. Gender is another biological factor. Women today participate in almost every profession, yet, many workplaces still struggle with gender bias. Some people still assume that the leadership roles are more suitable for men or the women are more emotional. These stereotypes harm the organization because they limit the opportunities and reduce the diversity of thought. Research clearly shows that the gender balances the team that the gender balanced teams perform better in decision making and creativity. When the organization supports women through hiring, equal pay, family friendly policies in the organization, so the organization becomes strong overall. Another point is ethnicity. Ethnicity is also important dimension of diversity. Employees from different ethnic and cultural background bring unique perspectives. For example, a marketing campaign designed by the people from one culture may appeal the customer from another culture. Having employees from various backgrounds help companies to understand wider range of consumer needs. But ethnic diversity must be handled with sensitivity. Organizations must discourage stereotyping, prejudice, and discrimination. Reshaping the cultural differences such as communication style, religious practices, holidays, or dietary preferences may help create an inclusive environment overall. Another important biological characteristic is disability. Disability doesn't mean inability. Many people with physical or cognitive disabilities are extremely talented and productive, but they need accommodation sometimes, such as accessible workplaces, special kind of equipments, flexible work hours, or supportive policies. Organizations that support people with disabilities benefit from loyalty, commitment, and diverse perspective, including the people with different abilities, also send a strong message that the company values fairness. So, biographical characteristics are not only about the equal opportunity, they also affect the behaviors at work. For example, as the people age, they may have fewer absences but require more support with physical tasks. Young employees may be more energetic but they need guidance and training. Women and men may face different social expectations outside the workplace, which may influence their stress levels or the time flexibilities. So, the employees with disability may require some kind of adjustments, but they may also demonstrate exceptional problem solving skills because they are used to adapting in life. All these factors influences the workplace outcomes. Besides the biological characteristics, ability is also an important part of workplace diversity. Ability is basically divided into two, intellectual ability and physical ability. Intellectual ability includes reasoning, problem solving, memory, and understanding. Physical ability includes strength, stamina, coordination, and motor skill. Different job skills require different abilities. A job in data analysis requires strong mental ability, while a job in construction requires more physical strength and less mental ability. So, the organizations must match the ability with job requirements. If they do not do the job, employees may struggle because stressed or perform poorly. Matching the ability and job help the employees to succeed and stay satisfied. Employees also differ in terms of emotional ability. Some people handle the stress very well, while the others get overwhelmed quickly. So, some communicate confidently while the others feels a bit shy. Understanding these kind of emotional and psychological differences is important because the emotional diversity affects the teamwork and leadership. A team with different emotional strengths can support each other. For example, a calm employee may help manage a stressful situation, while a motivated and energetic employee may help energize the team. As we move toward the end of our lecture, remember that the diversity is not only about the differences, it's about using differences effectively. Diversity becomes a strength when the organizations understand that people value their differences and combine their unique talents. In the next part of our lecture, we will talk about how organizations implement diversity and diversity management strategies to create an inclusive and productive workplace. Till then, take good care of yourself. We will be back in our next lecture on workplace diversity. Allah Hafiz.